Hi everyone, this is take 4. Let's hope this is the one. My name is Julia Avila and I am going to be an ELA secondary teacher. I am placed for my practicum 2 at Allen Village High School, and I love English. I don't think there's any way to go around it, and specifically probably the language of English. Seeing that I would always say I love the words, but reading the past few articles, it's the way things, the language of the sentences, because clearly they're used for so many things. The makeup of them as well, like vocabulary. For instance, Pride and Prejudice really struck my heart with the word incandescent towards the end. Love that word. They used it in a poem. I'm also a poet. That's why I love English. So I graduated from UMKC with my bachelor's in English in 22. And then this spring I started my master's in teaching. And I will be graduating in May. And I'm definitely determined to pass all my classes because I'm taking 4 outside of practicum. I did withdraw from class this summer because it was hard. But commenting on Dr. Pace's video on assessment, I will be focusing on her negative experience because I had something very similar. And, she knew she was good at reading. She just didn't understand why her scores reflected differently. And that's because after, from a teacher perspective, there is so many other ways to assess a student than just a pen and paper test or, clicking some stuff on a computer. You have to take in, their learning styles, the way they can, share their knowledge back to you. Not everyone's good with, testing. And so like I said, I've always been good at English. And so when I was in high school, at the end of my 10th grade year, I wanted to move up to AP English, and I had to talk to the head of the department, the ELA department, which I went to her, and she told me that she would move me up, but that I would not get higher than a C in her class. Because she also happened to be the 12th grade English teacher, AP or not. And at the time, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm moving up. But in reality, she planted a seed of doubt about my abilities. And so, went through everything, and yes, I passed her class with a C, but thinking back on it, I think it was because of her assessments and, her ongoing assessments. For example, I wrote a lot of great things in her class, but the feedback I got wasn't so constructive. They were just telling me, I could have done better, or what was actually wrong with it. She didn't give me any direction where to go for it. And I think she just judged who I was, how I looked, just because of the school I was at, But she never really paid attention to what I was able to do. And that's just because I wrote a lot of great things in her class. And I'm not just saying that because, it's me, but because it's something I wrote in 2017. I used this summer. And to get a little personal, because, that's what's asked of us, I wrote, I think it was was a biography or something highlighting somebody in my life, and I wrote it on my grandfather. And months ago, he asked me to read it at his funeral, which I thought he was being a drama queen, but no, I did actually read it this summer. And going through it, one, it was sad because it was my grandfather, but at the same time, I thought, wow, 12th grade me was a brilliant writer. Why didn't I get higher than a C in her class? It was funny, it was witty, it was heartfelt. I mean, granted, there were some, errors, some things that would have worded better now, but if I was given a chance, it would have been way more amazing. I don't know if there would be anything I could critique, but because the teacher didn't seem to do different types of assessments, I was stuck with that grade. That's how I started off my college career. But of course, later in life, 3 years after that, I realized it hurt me more because I didn't trust myself. One of the words that was in the word bubble, the word cloud. And, something I've noticed as a teacher and as a student is that you really need to believe in yourself. You need to trust what you say, trust what you read, just trust your gut, really, because it's going to get you far. And because of that teacher, it's also one of the reasons why I strive to be a better teacher than that, because no student should ever feel the way I felt. And, that's probably my one goal in life, is to not break students down, but rather to build them up and help them discover something they like or something they don't like. But I won't, criticize them or punish them for not liking English. So yeah, that is who I am, who Julia Avila is, and thank you for watching.